When fans talk about the strongest demigods in the Percy Jackson universe, the conversation usually revolves around Percy Jackson, Jason Grace, or maybe even Talia Grace. But there's one demigod who often gets overlooked despite having some of the most frightening abilities in the entire series. That demigod is Nico di Angelo. At first glance, Nico doesn't seem as powerful as Percy. He isn't leading armies, summoning hurricanes, or causing earthquakes. But what makes Nico so dangerous isn't just raw power, it's the nature of his abilities. He's the son of Hades, lord of the underworld, and his powers are unlike anything most demigods can handle. Today, we're looking at why Nico di Angelo is far more dangerous than many fans realize. Part 1. His powers are naturally terrifying. Most demigods have abilities that are impressive. Children of Poseidon can control water. Children of Zeus can command lightning. Children of Athena possess incredible intelligence. But Nico's powers are tied directly to death itself. He can communicate with spirits, summon the dead, sense death around him, and manipulate underworld energies. Just imagine being a demigod facing an opponent who literally commands armies of the dead. That's already enough to make him a nightmare opponent. Unlike many demigods whose abilities focus on combat, Nico's powers affect the battlefield itself. He changes the rules of the fight. Part 2. Shadow travel is broken. One of Nico's most famous abilities is shadow travel. For those unfamiliar, shadow travel allows Nico to move through shadows and emerge somewhere else entirely. At first, this sounds like simple teleportation, but think about how useful this actually is. Need to escape a losing battle? Shadow travel. Need to infiltrate an enemy location? Shadow travel. Need to appear behind an opponent unexpectedly? Shadow travel. It's one of the most versatile powers in the entire Riordanverse, even though it drains Nico's energy. The sheer utility of this ability makes him incredibly difficult to predict. Fighting someone is hard enough. Fighting someone who can seemingly appear and disappear at will is much harder. Part 3. His mental strength is underrated. 220. A lot of people focus on Nico's powers and forget about his greatest strength, his resilience. Nico has experienced more loss than almost any major character in the series. He spent years feeling isolated. He struggled with grief. He carried enormous emotional burdens. Yet despite all of that, he kept moving forward. That kind of mental toughness matters. Many demigods are powerful when things are going well. Nico remains dangerous even when everything is going wrong. He survives situations that would break most people, and every challenge seems to make him stronger. Part 4. People fear him for a reason. Throughout the series, Nico often makes other characters uncomfortable. Part of that comes from his connection to death. Part of it comes from how mysterious he is. And part of it comes from the fact that nobody is entirely sure what his limits are. When powerful demigods and gods take notice of someone, that's significant. Nico has repeatedly demonstrated abilities that make others stop and reconsider what he's capable of. His powers don't just look impressive. They feel dangerous. And that's a huge difference. Part 5. Why he could beat stronger opponents. Here's where things get interesting. If you compare raw destructive power, Nico might not always come out on top. Percy can create massive water attacks. Jason can unleash devastating lightning. But battles aren't won by power alone. Strategy matters. Versatility matters. Unpredictability matters. And Nico excels in all three areas. His powers create situations that many opponents simply aren't prepared for. A fighter who relies entirely on strength can struggle against someone who fights in unconventional ways. That's what makes Nico such a dangerous matchup. You don't just have to beat him. You have to figure out what he's going to do first. Conclusion: Nico di Angelo may not always be the first demigod people mention when discussing power rankings, but he should absolutely be part of the conversation. His connection to the underworld, his unique abilities, his resilience, and his unpredictability make him one of the most dangerous demigods in the Percy Jackson universe. He isn't just powerful. He's the kind of opponent nobody wants to face. And that's exactly why Nico di Angelo is far more dangerous than most people think. If you enjoyed this video, let me know where you rank Nico among the strongest demigods in the Reardon verse. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more Percy Jackson content. Thanks for watching.